And action!
Hey everybody, this is Cody Fairless-Lee, and today I'm counting down my number 5 to number 1 anticipated movies of my top 25 most anticipated movies of 2016.
Guess now's my chance.
For this list, I discussed the 5 movies from the upcoming year that I can't wait to see, yet I'm most excited for.
Today you will once again be fighting for our freedom.
Also, be aware that because it's a big list, my top 25 countdown is divided into 5 videos, whereas I discuss 5 movies in each video in my top 25. Now I must also point out that some of these release dates may change, and some of these movies could eventually be announced to be shown in 3D, IMAX, or IMAX 3D in the coming months. So without further ado, let's get to my 5 most anticipated movies of the year.
And that is where our story begins.
You've been gone too long, Alice.
There are matters which might benefit from your attention.
Friends cannot be neglected.
Number 5. Alice Through the Looking Glass.
Hurry.
The sequel to Tim Burton's billion-dollar live-action remake of the animated Disney classic was thought to never see the light day due to Tim's dislike of sequels, but almost 3 years later it was announced and apparently is now competing with X-Men Apocalypse, even though the former picked its Memorial Day weekend release date first.
This cannot be good.
The whole May Wonderland cast returns with the exception of Crispin Glover, the late Michael Gough, Imelda Staunton, and the late and great Christopher Lee. The new characters include Sacha Baron Cohen from the Madagascar trilogy as the villainous Time, Rhys Ifans from the Tim Harry Potter movie and The Amazing Spider-Man as the Mad Hatter's father, Ed Spieler as James Harcourt, Andrew Scott from Saving Private Ryan and Victor Frankenstein as Addison Bennett, Gangs of New York's John Sessions as Humpty Dumpty, and Toby Jones, who voiced Dobby the House Elf from the 2nd and 7th Harry Potter movies, as well as the Pickpocket from The Adventures of Tintin as Wilkins.
Time is a he. He is not someone you want as your enemy. Please, sir, the Hatter is in danger.
Even though Tim is not in the director's chair this time around, he's still involved as a producer, which makes this not only Tim and Johnny's 9th collaboration together, but also their first, whereas Tim is not directing.
Hello, Alice.
Though the first movie isn't my favorite of the Tim and Johnny collaborations, it was still a stunning 3D fantasy thrill ride. While I don't know if this will be as good or even better than the first film, here's hoping it beats up that X-Men at the box office.
I present you with a gift.
Mr. Shifu? Good time? Bad time?
Time is an illusion. There is only the now.
So now's a good time?
Oh.
Number 4. Kung Fu Panda 3.
You must take the next step on your journey, from warrior to teacher.
But I'm no good at it.
Oh no! It's the Dragon Teacher! He's so handsome! What the?
Paul? Oh, hey, Dad. What's up?
You're terrible at it.
The second of my 2 January 29th movies, and my most anticipated anime movie of the coming year, is the third installment of the greatest martial arts franchise of all time. I know waiting 4.5 years for a series' next installment can be pretty annoying, but hopefully that will mean KFP3 will underperform domestically than the last movie.
How about you spare me the chit-chat?
I mean, it's scheduled for the end of January rather than during the summer as it should, but this is Kung Fu Panda we're talking about. How can you not love the Dragon Warrior?
Who are you?
I'm looking for my son.
Dad?
Give your old man a hug!
We finally get to see Po interact with other pandas and reunite with his biological father. Instead of being voiced by voice actor Fred Tatasciore like in Kung Fu Panda 2, Po's father Li Shang is voiced by Bryan Cranston.
Look at that!
All the main cast members are returning to reprise their voice roles, and are joined by Kate Hudson as another panda named Mimi, who has been promised in an arranged marriage to Po, and the great J.K. Simmons as Kai. The new villain Po and gang must face, who is a spirit bull, stealing powers of defeated Kung Fu masters. Of course, there were a few casting problems with the new characters, other than previously mentioning Li Shang. Mimi was supposed to be voiced by Rebel Wilson, and she did all recordings, but for some reason, Kate replaced her even though Rebel's name was shown in the first trailer, and the character got rewritten for Kate. Kai was originally supposed to be voiced by Mads Mikkelsen, but dropped out due to scheduling issues. Some production, am I right?
Kai has returned!
Who?
The Master of Pain, Beast of Vengeance, Maker of Widows. Okay, I used to work with Oogway.
Oh, Master Oogway!
Silence!
The trailers have been awesome so far. To see Po train a band of Kung Fu pandas will make things more interesting, so it's like this movie should have been titled Kung Fu Pandas. Now, according to Jeffrey Katzenberg, the whole film series has been comprised of 6 installments from the beginning. So there you have it. That's 3 down, and 3 more to go. But the question is, will the franchise make it to 6 movies?
You've got to get in there!
But Master Chief,
You're seriously afraid? Even Master Chicken's going in there! And he's a chicken!
Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run.
Number 3. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children.
Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run. Bang, 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 bang goes the farmer's gun.
Based on the 2011 novel by Ransom Riggs, my second of the 2 Christmas Day movies to see in the coming year tells the story of a 16-year-old boy named Jacob Portman who accidentally stumbles onto a mysterious island where he helps a group of peculiar orphan children and Miss Peregrine's School for Peculiar Children to protect them and lead them away from horrible creatures who are out to destroy them. Aside from Alice through the Looking Glass, this is hoping to bring Tim Burton back to his glory days, and the cast is huge. Aside from British teen actor Asa Butterfield taking what could have been my role as Jacob, the supporting cast includes Dark Shadows' Eva Green, Maleficent's Ella Brunel, Allison Janney from Finding Nemo, Over the Hedge, and Mr. Peabody and Sherman, The Haunted Mansion's Terrence Stamp, Chris O'Dowd from Epic and Family Guy, Rupert Everett, Kim Dickens, Judi Dench, and Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah, you heard me. Sam L. Jackson in a Tim Burton movie. While it may be way too far to tell how it will do with critics and the box office, hopefully it'll earn well enough of either to save Tim Burton's career. But until then, here's the rest of the movie's viral Loop Day video 20th Century Fox upload on YouTube.
He'll get by without his rabbit pie. So run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run.
Number 2. The BFG.
It was the witching hour when the boogeyman comes out.
I almost had no interest in this movie because it was originally to be a movie from Touchstone and DreamWorks, with Walt Disney Pictures taking Touchstone's place, with DreamWorks still involved, though without credit, and the legendary Steven Spielberg still directing. It's no surprise that this classic Roald Dahl fantasy is my second most anticipated movie of the coming year, as well as my most anticipated of the summer, and it's coming out exactly on Canada Day. Newcomer actress Ruby Barnhill plays Sophie, a little girl teaming up with the Queen of England and the BFG, which is short for Big Friendly Giant, who set out on an adventure to capture the evil man-eating giants from invading the human world. Here's a fun fact. This is Disney's first Walt Disney movie in 8 years after releasing The Chronicles of Narnia Prince Caspian, Disney's third movie with another major studio after co-producing both Popeye and Dragon Slayer for Paramount in the early 80s, Disney's second Ablin movie After a Far Off Place, Disney's second Roald Dahl adaptation after James and Giant Peach, and the first Disney-branded movie to be made by the great Spielberg himself. The cast isn't all that exciting to me other than Bill Hader, but the teaser trailer is amazing. Fellow Spielbergians, this is the movie for us. Now, before I discuss my all-time most anticipated movie of 2016, here's a recap of the previous 24 movies mentioned.
Lumos Maxima. Lumos Maxima.
Number 1. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Yesterday, a wizard entered New York with a case.
It should come as no surprise that the first of J.K. Rowling's prequel spin-off movie trilogy of the Harry Potter franchise is my most anticipated movie of 2016. Based on the Hogwarts textbook of the same name, the 3 films will follow the book's author, Newt Scamander, in the Big Apple on a quest to locate the Wizarding World's Fantastic Beast.
A case full of magical creatures.
The trilogy will be a prequel to the Harry Potter movies, as the first installment will be set 70 years prior to the 8-film franchise, in 1920s New York. Oscar-winning actor Eddie Redmayne from Jupiter Ascending will portray Newt Scamander, and will also star some of my favorite actors, Colin Farrell, Jon Voight, and Ron Perlman.
Unfortunately, some have escaped.
David Heyman, who produced all 8 Harry Potter movies, will return to produce with David Yates, returning as director after directing the last 4 films in the franchise. The second film in this planned trilogy is scheduled for release on November 16, 2018, with a third and possibly final installment scheduled for release on November 20, 2020. Even though we won't be seeing Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, and Emma Watson in this trilogy, but here's hoping we see at least some of the supporting actors from any Harry Potter film come to the silver screen as a different character. Regardless, us HP fans shall unite for what will hopefully be the best movie of the year.
It was open?
Just a smidge.
Mr. Scamander!
Do you agree with my picks?
The girls say the witching hour arrives at midnight.
Which of these movies are you most excited for?
I think I just peed a little.
Hit the like button if you enjoyed yourselves, tell me your thoughts in the comments section, and hit the subscribe button if you are not yet subscribed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Your time is up.